Hey everybody, and welcome to a rainy and gloomy September day vlog. So I feel very protective of my pumpkins. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Ziva and welcome to this reading vlog. So as you can possibly see by the title of this video, or maybe even not, it's actually Friday the 13th today. And I just want to say happy Friday the 13th. And you might know, if you've been on this channel for a couple of years now, that there's a tradition I've started doing on Friday the 13th, and that is reading some witchy books. So that's actually why, that's the main reason why I'm doing a little cozy reading vlog type of thing today, because there's a couple of witchy books that I really wanted to check out. So I'm gonna be doing that later, but I also have ulterior motives because today felt like the right time. It's like the second day in this month that it has been rainy and gloomy and cold, and it is just the perfect atmosphere to actually sit down with a book and read it, and especially a creepy little witchy book that I have been planning to read today. So let me just tell you quickly about this book that I've been planning to read. And that is The Witches of Bonehill by Ava Morgyn. Today seems like the perfect chance to actually jump into this sort of creepy, kind of horror-ish type of witchy read. We follow two sisters, kind of estranged sisters. They were in a fight a couple of years ago and they haven't really talked since. But one day, our main character, Cordelia, actually gets a phone call from her sister telling her that their great aunt they have never met died, and she actually has left them their estate, and that is the Bonehill house. So this aunt actually has put the condition on the house that if they want to sell it, which both of the sisters are kind of on the same page, they do want to do, they actually do have to visit it before selling it. So now we have the two sisters going on a trip to see this like Bonehill house for themselves, and I've actually already read the first couple of chapters. I'm about to start chapter 3, so I've just read the description of this house that they go and visit to see, and it just sounds majestic. It was a description of the outside, so we haven't really been inside the house, but it just sounds like it's gonna be glorious. There's already been some like creepy vibes to the stories, and the sisters could possibly be witches or have some like enhanced type of abilities, you know, not really to do with magic but with something, I don't know, but it is seriously amazing. I'm in love with it so far. The writing style, the two chapters that I just read really impressed me, so I am in love with this book already, so I can't wait to sit down and read the rest of it as well. So yes, this is the first book on my agenda. I have a couple of backups. One of them isn't necessarily a witchy book, but I would love to read Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison. I still haven't read it, and I honestly don't understand what's taking me so long to read this book. So yes, I'm gonna try and squeeze this one in today as well. And then lastly, I just honestly want to finish off this day and kind of like the reading vlog with some cozy reading. So I would love to get to rereading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandanna. I would actually love to reread this book because I still feel crushed by the news that Sangu Mandanna is actually not going to publish her next book, The Witch's Guide to Innkeeping, this year. It's been pushed back and it's only coming out in 2025, and the news was heartbreaking. But I thought one way to kind of soothe the wound would be to reread the first book. You know, I think in the companion novel series, or are they completely separate books? I'm actually not sure. But yes, I will be hopefully rereading this one as well. So those are the 3 books that I'm hoping to get to in this reading vlog. I know it's like a big challenge, but I do honestly have nothing else planned except reading. So hopefully it's gonna be good. I'm actually just come back from some errands. It was, guys, it's so cold outside. We literally went from like 35 degrees Celsius to like 6. When I got in the car this morning, it was 6 degrees Celsius, and then it slowly warmed up to 8. So it's still very, very like cold, and it just, I was so excited to actually get back into my pajamas. I'm already back in my pajamas, guys. I'm not flexible enough to show you this, but yes, I put on my pajamas. I put on my favorite sweatshirt, and now I don't really plan anything other than cozying up. I do have some supplies here, by the way, that I will be using to help me cozy up, and I quickly wanted to show you some of the things that I have here. Some of these things are new, some of them like my mom gave me and stuff, so yeah, but I just quickly wanted to show you this because it's kind of exciting. First up, I have a couple like kitchen things, like kitchen supplies, I guess you could call it. The nice lady at the store actually put them in bubble wrap for me, even though they weren't originally in a bubble wrap. So I was very grateful for that because I am quite a clumsy person, and I honestly think I would have broken some of these before actually getting home. I only need one more piece so I can show you what this is. Okay, so as you could possibly see before, I have some mugs. I got these very cute autumnal mugs the other day, and I cannot wait to actually start using them. This one says Hello Pumpkin, and there's just a whole bunch of pumpkins on the mug. I love the orange detail. I cannot wait to be drinking some coffee, some tea out of this mug. I love it so much. I would love to make a homemade pumpkin spice latte or something and use this mug to do so. That would be perfection, honestly. And then this other mug I just honestly couldn't pass up because it was way too adorable, and it comes with a little lid as well. Like, look at how cute this little new friend is. It's a little ghost, a little half moon. Oh, I didn't even notice his mouth is actually a half moon. Oh, that is adorable. I love this mug because it is slightly bigger, so I think this is gonna be a good tea mug, while as the pumpkin mug is actually gonna be a good coffee mug. So yes, just because of like their sizes and stuff. So yeah, this is just, tell me that is not adorable. I feel like this is the sort of mug you kind of have to give a name to and be friends with it. So let me know ideas for a name for this look. The next couple of things are sort of more for the subtle autumnal decor. So I have here a little, what do you call this? A garland of autumnal leaves, and it's actually threaded together with some fairy lights. So I think this is gonna look very, very cute. I haven't decided where to put it yet. I am thinking about putting it along my couch just to kind of like pop some autumnal color there and have a light there as well. So might do that later, but I really like this idea, and it's like a little pop of autumnal color that I really adore, so I couldn't pass it up. And then we have some pumpkins. You know, pumpkins are always a good idea, and I love these actually because they are not ceramic, they're actually made from not cardboard, styrofoam. So they are like styrofoam but dressed in this like fabric over it, and they come in 3 colors. So besides the orange, we also have a green one and a white one, and they're already rolling away. So this is the little pumpkin haul. They look so cute together. I love them. I think the white one, or like the beige one, should go in the middle, so it kind of breaks up the other colors. I think that's kind of nice. I have no idea where I'm gonna put these yet either. I'm kind of thinking somewhere on the bookshelf, but I'm gonna have to find space for them. So yes, because these I feel like are a safer choice. I do have a couple of like ceramic pumpkins, but those are kind of a child hazard because I have nieces and nephews. Some of them are still very young, and even though they do tend to behave well, they have occasional instances of some energy outbursts, and in those cases often things get broken. So I feel very protective of my pumpkins, of my, you know, the white pumpkins that I showed in the previous video, like the previous vlog, and I would really be sad if those got broken, so I got these instead. These are kind of safe, you know. So yes, that was the idea behind the decision. And then lastly, it's another couple of like decor things. First off, I just got a vase. I realized I don't have any vases in my room downstairs, and I really needed some, especially if I'm gonna be using them for like some autumnal bouquets, you know. So I really needed one of these. I really like the shape of this one. It kind of feels like a classic type of look, so I got that one. And the last thing that I got was this candle. So I love the look of this one. I kind of have an idea of doing a little autumnal arts and crafts and making like an autumnal candle holder for this one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go out into the woods and maybe get some like cones and maybe some leaves or something, possibly things that aren't like flammable, because I'm gonna be like putting them around the candle, so it's gonna look nice, you know, surrounded by other foresty and autumnal things, that kind of stuff. So yes, it kind of seemed like a good look, so I got this one. It's unfortunately not a scented candle, so it doesn't have any scent, but still, you know, it kind of looks nice. I love the color of this one, and I love the golden foiling on these leaves. I feel like I am completely forgetting any and all English words today, so excuse me. But yes, so that was a little haul of some of the autumnal things that I've accumulated over the past week, and I'm very... Wait, there's one thing that I think I forgot to show you. So alongside the mugs that I got, so the little ghost and the Hello Pumpkin, I actually also have these spoons. I saw these in a store and I was like, these would go together with that ghost mug so well. So I actually went out and got them. They look so cute. Look at them. We have a little bat here at first, and then we have a witch's hat, which I think I'm gonna use today because it's gonna be very fitting. Then we have a little ghost and a little pumpkin right there. So yes, I love these. I actually got a spoon like this for Christmas, but it's in gold color and there's like reindeer antlers at the top, and I actually think it's really useful to have a bigger grip up here at the top of the spoon because it gives you like a nice grip on it. So yeah, I think these are not only gonna be like very beautiful but also kind of useful. So yes, can't wait to use these. And I'm actually thinking of going and making some tea right now, so I think I'm gonna use the ghost mug and I'm gonna use one of the spoons together with it, and then honestly just cozy up in bed and do some reading. Okay everybody, this is my first time using the new stuff, so let's do it together. And somebody wish me luck, because I've never really, like, I've turned it on before but I've never really cooked or heated anything before. I'm slightly nervous right now, but so far so good. It's actually heating up. I'm gonna go ahead and wash this now along with a spoon so I can actually make some tea in it. Okay, everything has been nicely washed, and today I'm gonna be drinking this tea. So we have chamomile with some honey. It's not usually my favorite, but it kind of seems like today is a good pick to use this one. So this is what I'm drinking. Another reason why I'm excited to be spending the rest of the day in bed today is because these bed sheets are so soft. It's genuinely like lying on a cloud. So I think I'm gonna do some quality reading on these today. And of course, my trusty blanket. So that's the reading setup for today. Okay, everybody, it's official. I am only reading this book during daytime. There's no way you're gonna catch me reading this once it's dark outside, because it is terrifying. Like, genuinely, it's so atmospheric. Oh my goodness, it is amazing and beautifully written, but so far terrifying. We have the main character, Cordelia. She can actually see ghosts, and the ghosts can interact with her, but she's been kind of discouraged by her mother since she was little not to do it. But obviously the ghosts don't always like get a memo, you know, they want to interact. So yeah, we have the main character kind of trying to fight them off. It's so terrifying. Yeah, it is very beautifully written though. There's this one sentence that's been kind of stuck in my head at the beginning of chapter 3, when the sisters enter the house. Is described as, it was like standing inside a secret, and that just encapsulates the whole vibe of the story so far. It feels so mysterious, and like there's so many more layers to the story to discover and get to the bottom of, some that even the main characters don't even know yet. So yeah, this is just, it's amazing so far, but I'm gonna give it another couple of hours while it's still light outside, and later on I'm definitely switching to something else, because this is too much for after sunset hours. So yeah, but really good so far. I'm actually switching to a pencil for a bookmark because I really want to annotate this story. It's just seriously that amazing. It's crazy. Hey everybody, good morning. So it's actually the next day. First off, let me just say I actually just washed my hair, so they are freshly washed, hence why I'm using these clips right now, because I'm pinning my fringe into place. So I'm gonna use this for a couple of hours right now while they're freshly washed, so they stay in this place till later on when I unclip them. So please ignore this. I know it looks kind of strange, but yeah, we kind of need them right now. But yeah, so it's the next day. It's actually Saturday already. It's not Friday the 13th anymore, which is kind of sad, but I figured we're still within the 24-hour time frame since starting this vlog, so I'm actually gonna keep on going. And that's mainly because I'm just having so much fun with my books. So this is the progress that I've made with Witches of Bone Hill. I'm like halfway through already. So this is what I've read so far. I'm like almost at page 200 out of 400. And the book is just amazing. I genuinely have nothing bad to say about the story. when going into it, I was expecting it to have a bit of a slower start, but I can confidently say this book just pulls you straight into the family drama. And what a family drama! I love this aspect of the story of the main characters kind of going through their kind of estranged family's house and finding all these secrets and all these messed up things that their ancestors used to get up to. Like, some of the things that I find is genuinely crazy, as well as with the stories that we learn about what has happened to some of their ancestors. Like, it is not a happy family tree, that's for sure. And then at the same time, we actually have the two main characters, the sisters, who have a really high personal stake in all of this, in their family secret, because both of them are currently dealing with some health issues, some very serious health issues. And actually figuring out what went down with their ancestors might help them out dealing with their health issues. So, like, the stakes are high. The darkness is getting higher. I feel like the more we get into the story, the darker it gets. And I am enjoying every single second of it. The writing reflects the darkness and creates the atmosphere so well. Like, Ava Morgyn did an amazing job with this story, and I generally want to check out if the author has any other books that I can check out, because everything about this spells perfection. It's sort of the perfect kind of darker autumn read, especially for October. I would recommend anybody to pick this up in October to get into the fall mood. But I have been reading so much, I'm kind of feeling like taking a break right now, and that's why we're down here, because I'm actually gonna do something new today. And I kind of have this little thing right here, and we are actually gonna use this thing for a little autumn bucket list. This is actually my first time doing any sort of bucket list, but I've been watching a lot of YouTube recently, and a lot of like the slow living and like the cozy content. A lot of those booktubers do like seasonal bucket lists, and it's like a trend that I've been really excited to jump on. And like, whenever I go and scroll through like autumnal content on Pinterest, there's always so many ideas. And so I finally decided to just sit down, do a little autumnal bucket list. Okay, anyway, sorry, I got interrupted. But what I thought I would do is actually I'm gonna write each activity down on a piece of paper, a paper like this, and I am going to fold it up and throw it in this jar. And then every week of autumn, I'm actually gonna draw out one or two of the pieces of paper and do the activities that are written down. So just to keep it kind of interesting and to kind of force myself to actually do the things that I'm gonna write down. So yes, that's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna try this out, see if it's gonna work. I don't know whether this is better to do kind of more spontaneously or to do it kind of like forced like this. So yeah, if this system doesn't work, I'm definitely switching it up for next season, but for now I thought I would try this out. Okay everybody, fall bucket list jar is ready. It kind of looked fuller before, but I tried mixing it a little bit just now, and I think the papers just got kind of stuck together. That's why it doesn't look like much. So yes, I'm getting really excited about this now. I love the idea of bucket listing every season. Okay everybody, so now that I have a little something extra to look forward to next week, I'm actually also ready to get back into reading. So just to like, for variety's sake, I guess, I brought here with me Such Are Teeth by Rachel Harrison, and I actually think I'm gonna jump into this one next. I'm so excited. I've actually started reading this book last year already. I think I got like 50 pages into it before I got distracted by other books. But yeah, I'm ready for it now. I'm so excited to be jumping into it. I'm gonna start reading from the beginning because my memory is a little bit fuzzy about the details. But we do follow the main character, Rory, and she moves back to her hometown to help her sister with some baby preparations. She's pregnant, but the baby daddy left and he's not in the picture anymore, hence why Scarlett, Rory's sister, asked her for help. But on a night out, Rory actually gets attacked by a werewolf, and this changes her life drastically. Not only like does she start noticing physical changes, but also like psychological, dealing with the trauma of like this monster who came with complete disregard for her humanity and her being alive, seeing her as nothing but prey. And you know, it's all just a lot for her. So yes, that's kind of what the story follows, and I am really excited to be jumping into this one next. So yeah, so actually my uncle was here a couple of days ago and he was really kind and he brought us some grapes. So I'm having some homemade grapes right now as a snack, because I'm already 88 pages into such Sharp Teeth and it is freaking amazing. It's beautiful. I love it, as I knew I would. I love the main character Rory. I love her sister Scarlett. I really hope we meet the baby. I really want to meet Scarlett's baby for some reason. Don't know what it is, but I just love this dynamic that the two sisters have. So yes, beautiful, beautiful writing as well. I actually didn't notice this, but I feel like Rachel Harrison's writing is kind of similarly descriptive as Ava Morgyn's. I feel like their writing styles are kind of similar in that regard. And another author that I'm suddenly associating Rachel Harrison with is Emily Henry. And I feel like that's a weird comparison, but I'm noticing that they write characters in a very similar way. Both kind of like down-to-earth type of characters that have like a very realistic view of the world. Only of course Rachel Harrison's characters have a bit of a supernatural twist. But I feel like if you took them out of the supernatural context and put them like straight into some real world, you'd get characters that are very similar to like Emily Henry's characters, you know? Like, please let me know I'm not the only one who's seeing this kind of similarity. But anyway, enough rambling. I can't wait to finish this story. I'm loving it so far. Rory is a freaking delight. I love being in her head. But I felt like it was time for a little snack. So I was gonna bake something, but I'm honestly not in the mood to like do something from scratch. So I actually have this, I found this in the fridge, and that is like I don't know what to call this, but it's kind of similar to a strudel, except in this one you have, instead of apples, vanilla and some fruits of the forest. So that's what this is, and you just pop it in the oven for half an hour, leave it to do its thing, and then you can eat it. And I love the combo, the vanilla and the fruit combo, so I'm gonna try it out. I've never tried this before. This was kind of like a spur of the moment type of purchase, so I'm very curious how it's going to turn out. And I'm gonna go ahead and share it with my nieces and nephews that I heard are upstairs later on. So yeah, but I thought you should still have something sweet. You know, we shouldn't let my laziness get in the way of having something sweet. I'm seeing we as if I'm gonna be able to share this with you. Trust me, if I could, I would. But as it happens, technology isn't that advanced yet. But imagine in the future, if you can actually like send somebody via the internet a snack, that would be so cute. Could also be potentially very creepy. But anyway, I'm gonna pop this in the oven now and we're gonna see how it turns out. Okay everybody, something sweet coming right up. This is actually also my first time using the oven, so it took a little while because I actually had to clean it out before using and then heat it for an hour. So it's now an hour later, but it's finally in the oven. So now we only have half an hour to go. And actually, while we're waiting for that to be done, I have another thing I want to share with you that was actually inspired earlier when I was doing the bucket listing. So one of the prompts that I found on Pinterest was to make an autumn playlist. And I really love that idea. So much so that I didn't put it on one of the prompts in the jar. I actually just decided I'm gonna do it today. Like, to hell with it, I just want to put together a playlist. So I've been kind of putting together some songs right now. And specifically this playlist, I think I'm gonna be mostly using like in the mornings or while I'm reading. But the trouble is, like, when I'm reading, I find English lyrics really distracting. So I put together sort of like a K-pop playlist. And I want to show you the staples.
Okay, my man. Up and down, round and round, if the spot, I'm this is a true story about all the lies you fantasize about you and I. This is a true story about all the games I know you play. No, that's not what I mean. 잠시는 뜯다면 내게 남은 건 그림자뿐이죠. So crazy.
Here's the full playlist, but it's not actually done yet. These are just some of the songs that I could think of, like at the top of my head. I feel like I'm gonna actually go through some of these artists and add some of the artist songs. Oh my god, Cover Me in Sunshine. I actually added this song because this is like the first year I heard it in a store, and for the first time I listened to the lyrics, and it is such a beautiful message. It's like my go-to song whenever I'm feeling anxious, and I feel like it really puts life into perspective, so I love it a lot. It's been, again, a constant in the recent months, so this one is really, really beautiful. And I'm pretty sure this is done. Like, it looks done. It looks very delicious. The family loves this. We actually inhaled it. It's kind of the perfect blend of sweet and sour, and it is absolutely delicious. So 5 out of 5, highly recommend. If you have a chance to try this, you should go ahead and do it. It's really, really good. Okay everybody, hey, so I'm just quickly popping in for one last reading update of this reading log, because listen, I love autumn, but one of my least favorite things about this season is how easily it is to get sick, and that's what's happened. Since the last update I actually got sick, so I've been sort of in bed for the last couple of days trying to get over this cold or whatever it is. So yeah, excuse my scratchy voice, but I just really want to do this little update because I did finish the 2 books that I was reading. I didn't get around to reading the 3rd book that I set aside for myself, so I didn't get to the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, unfortunately. But I did finish these 2 books. So we have Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison, which is, in my opinion, just like the perfect autumnal read. It has everything from like the small town setting to the sisterly relationships. One of the sisters turns into a werewolf, so like there's this whole supernatural thing that goes on. But one thing that I haven't seen much people talk about is the female rage representation, and it is so well done. Like, Rory obviously goes through so much changes, and dealing with both her current situation and some things that happened in her past, she just feels so angry. And now that she's becoming a werewolf, she actually has the means and the strength and the like bloodthirstiness to actually like do some damage to somebody. Like, she gets so angry and she actually does some damage to some people. So yes, not only is she dealing with like those physical changes, she has to go through a lot mentally and emotionally as well. So it's just overall such a good story. I loved Scarlett and Rory's friendship and their sense of humor. They are such a quirky pair of sisters, and a lot of their relationship and their banter is actually where the humor from the story comes from. So yes, I love this one. If you're gonna get into it though, I would recommend checking out content warnings and trigger warnings first. so you don't get surprised by anything, because the book does go into some heavier issues as well. So yes, very gory also. Some of the details, so disgusting. Honestly, I will have nightmares. But yes, then we have Witch is a Bone Hill by Ava Morgyn. And I just am overall very impressed with how the story is written. We have a really great magic system built up. Like, I love how we actually get an explanation of where the magic comes from, how it works, how to use it, that kind of thing, you know. The two sisters really get into detail on what all this magic means and how it's done and stuff like that. The one thing that wasn't as well developed as the rest of the story, I felt like, was the romance. So in the second half, like the last 150 pages or so, I was a bit let down by the romance. I felt like it could have taken a smaller role, an even smaller role in the story, and it would have been completely fine. As it was, it felt like it kind of took away the attention from like the magic and the gothic mansion and the ghosts and the family secrets and the mystery and all these other like interesting things that we really get deep into in the first half of the story. And that's why maybe the second half wasn't like as strong as the first half, in my opinion. But yes, just overall, like, such a well-written gothic story. If you're looking for a good witchy, kind of gothic-y, atmospheric type of story for October, I would highly recommend The Witch is a Bone Hill by Ava Morgyn. It's like, it's a real true gem, and it's kind of underrated, I would say. I feel like it's the type of story that definitely more people should know about. So yes, just putting it out there, you should be checking out this story. And yes, okay, that's gonna be it. My throat is so achy right now, so I'm gonna wrap it down here. Just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this little cozy fall day reading vlog, and that you're having your own cozy fall days as well. I hope you're enjoying the season and September. So yes, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are. I'm running out of voice, but yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.